when the week is coming to an end, and only two buds can save it. CJ, indie author. Dre, gamer dad. They alone have what it takes to rescue your weekend. Bringing together the power of games, books, interviews, and more before it's too late. At week's end.
Welcome back to episode 2 of At Week's End. My name is CJ Amato. I am a dark fantasy author. With me as always, my pal, my buddy.
GG Gaming here, Dad Gamer, now podcaster, and on top of many other streamer and content creator.
Wow, my goodness, Renaissance man at his finest. How are we doing at this week's end, my friend? Thank you for joining me at this week's end.
Oh, my friend, we have a 3-day weekend. How can it not be great? And on top of that, we had the big launch of Helldivers for the Xbox. We just had a big interview with Blackfeather, Archon Blackfeather. Check him out on TikTok. But yeah, so I actually was able to reinstall Helldivers. I've been not playing it for a while. I reinstalled it just to play on Tuesday with the Xbox Pros.
That's awesome.
And it was fun. It was fun. I actually had a good time. A lot of dudes were new. They were enjoying themselves. They're laughing. A lot of self-killing. A lot of blowing each other up.
Was the self-killing blowing up because they were trying to kill the Xbox Bros? I've heard some
not
negative
that I've seen
things that
I've seen
players
seen some clips, but no, we haven't really been. I didn't see at least a few games I played. We hit about 500,000 plus, and the servers just boom went off. We lost about 300 and something thousand people just in a snap of the fingers. It just dropped.
Just
people
on
couldn't
their
connect.
end?
On everybody's end, we couldn't connect with each other. Phil crashed out.
We've been there before with Helldivers too, where we couldn't connect for days on end trying to get in. I remember those days.
Xbox Pros were having an issue with the syncing. I feel like they kept getting more desynced when I was playing with them versus the PlayStation and PC. So something we'll see how. Yeah, well, something a little bit sync issues. They would drop out, but they'd still be in their game. You know, it was a little interesting with that, but. Checking out the new stuff that's coming. The ODST army looks awesome. We got the underground coming with that as well. A lot of new stuff with Helldivers. I'm gonna, possibly this weekend check out Top GG Gaming TV on Twitch. Might drop a stream on that because it's been the few hours I got to play. It was extremely
What have
fun.
you noticed has different since the last time you loaded in till now? Is anything blown out to you? Is anything really striking you since the last time you played?
I mean, besides them adding a couple of new enemies, but that's really about it until the next DLC that we have coming out, the Under something it's called. Forgot the name of it, but yeah, it looks good, and I'm gonna be now just jumping in, seeing if I get that momentum back. I kind of lost it. I was jumping into Marvel Rivals for a while, and that was kind of getting that quick games out, but that's a whole nother topic with that one. But yeah, no, it's Helldivers is back, man. I mean, let's see when the weekend comes, and a lot of us who don't get to put in the time and the hours get to jump on the weekend. Are they going to be prepared for 600,000-700,000 people, over the weekend versus on a Tuesday, 5 o'clock? There's almost 500,000 people playing. That's incredible.
So now it leads to be a good question that you find Gears of War on a PlayStation platform. We're finding a PlayStation game such as Helldivers, and obviously they have their whole PC releases where now you can get God of War, you can get Spider-Man on PC. Is this the end of the console wars? Is this truly the handshake of all handshakes? Where was Helldivers the game that really broke the mold? Is the console wars truly over? I don't believe so personally. I always think we're gonna have our Xbox Bros and our PC gamers and our PlayStation guys who always will bury their feet, with their flags in their forts. But do you think that it's over?
Part of me, yes, and a part of me really hopes so. Kind of don't want to be buying consoles for individual games anymore. I'm a big PC guy, so not being able to play a lot of games. I am going to take the hit by a PlayStation, probably for Grand Theft Auto 6, because it's going to take forever for them to put it on PC. We all know what Grand Theft Auto takes 3 years after the original launch to put it on there, but then, you're getting, I always feel, a much better product, and they usually launch it with something else. When they came for PC, they had the online already kind of more established, it was getting better. But then, with PC, you got to deal with all kinds of hackers, modders. But that's kind of the fun of being able to play Grand Theft Auto and those kind of games on PC versus a console where you're limited to the console's ability, right? So I will be buying a console just for Grand Theft Auto 6, but I hope it's over. I don't want to be buying consoles for games anymore. I did that from Nintendo and Sega, and then PlayStation, Nintendo 64, then the original Xbox, and PlayStation 2, and then GameCube, Xbox 360. 360 was the last console, and then in between that, I'm also still getting PCs and being more of a PC gamer because of games like StarCraft 2, Dota 2 at the time, and a lot of games you couldn't get.
I gotta give you all that credit in the world for introducing me to PC gaming, because I was purely a console gamer before I met this gentleman. I came over to his house on a late one night. He helped me build my first PC. I drove it home that day like a baby in my backseat. And I'm happy I did, because even now I've upgraded. I'm on different PC now, but just to be able to go into my Steam library and still see the first game I ever purchased. It never goes anywhere. Nope. It was one of the first games I ever played was Half-Life 2 that I ever bought on my own, and it's still there. It's still sitting in my Steam library. I'm able to load it in every year or so. I just pop that game back in, load it back up. Can't believe how small the gigabytes are in those old kind of games, but load it back. I'm able to play. You can't do that with consoles, man. I can't go find my original. Well, I know some people really take care of that stuff. I have not been as fortunate. I've been through some floods and some things like that, so I've lost a lot of stuff from my childhood. But to be able to keep these things, though digitally, it's an argument to be made that one day they can turn it off.
Yes.
I have a game on my digital library, a Deadpool game that you can no longer buy on Steam. I still have it. Yeah, the license got revoked, and they gave everybody an opportunity before the game went off, permanently to download it. And I still have access to the Deadpool game on PC, but nobody else can buy it anymore.
Yeah, there's something to be said. And then there's I feel PC has games that console can't have in terms of mouse and keyboard stuff. A lot of strategy games. A lot of games like that require. That's a whole different world, right?
I'm a controller gamer.
This is always
keyboard to me. I get the argument. This will never be a versus, because I will not argue for a controller, because I know it's inferior.
Yeah.
I cannot play with mouse and keyboard
for certain games, right? Elden Ring, when I played it,
casual gamer as I could be.
When I played Elden Ring, I tried mouse and keyboard. I couldn't do it. So games like that, Witcher 3.
You played mouse and keyboard on Elden Ring, if I'm not mistaken,
didn't
you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
The only game I could do close to that is Guild Wars 2. They don't have... but no, Elden Ring felt nicer on the controller.
Yes,
it was smoother. It all depends how the company decides to map it. Now, some games translate very good. Some games don't. And like the feeling of being able to jump in between. When I used to play Grand Theft Auto, when I would drive and fly, I would use the controller. But I get into a fight, we're going mouse and keyboard, buddy. I'm gonna make sure. I would just drop it and drop it on my lap and go straight to mouse and keyboard. I don't care about really driving in that situation, depending on the situation. Okay. Same thing with flying. But in Grand Theft Auto 6, I would do that. For certain games, I used to drop the control. I'm like, all right, I need precision, lock in accuracy on that. Even though there's a lot of help, aim bot assistant stuff that they have to kind of
that snappy assistant.
Pull you kind of pull you towards the direction, but it's a little bit different than that. So but Helldivers, I jump between. I still love that. I put 1,800 hours
1,800
I
hours.
want to say, yeah.
So the
around
craziest
that,
part is I would be
1,500,
more of a
1,800.
casual GTA Online player. I'd put some time in. I got to go check my exact hours, but I'm pretty sure I put about 80 hours into GTA Online.
Yeah, I'll check mine and we'll
I
post it underneath.
I'll post, and then I remember coming across, and then every once in a while I'd reload back in. Dre'd be like, "Oh, come over to my penthouse. Let me go show you my yacht. Let me go show you my underground secret lair." I'm like, "What the hell?"
Submarines now, with casinos, and yeah, it's crazy, and that's why we know when GTA 6 launches, it's gonna be the I'm taking off. I'm not going to work. Taking off that whole week. I told the wife, I said, no, that's a vacation day. I'm gonna hope they set it up near a weekend where you're able to just take a bunch of days.
Games tend to normally launch on Thursdays, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm definitely gonna be taking off for that. There's no way I will camp out, buy that game, buy that PlayStation, have it just waiting there like.
What was your first GTA game?
3.
Me too.
GTA 3.
I'll never forget that opening intro where the bomb goes off on the bridge and you're with 8 Ball and got to drive to the warehouse. Like, yo, let's get off the streets. Yeah.
But not my favorite. I will say
No.
Vice City was my most, as later on I liked them, but Vice City was the most immersive. The music, the look, the atmosphere, the whole Tony Montana vibe. I vibed with that more. And I really liked the soundtrack. The only place where I could go back in and listen to that soundtrack repeatedly. Grand Theft Auto 5, 4, their soundtracks were okay. San Andreas soundtrack
Remakes lost a lot of the music because of copyright, so you can't even go play the remake and listen to a lot of the original tracks.
Because they had albums. They put out albums with those.
The Days of Game soundtracks.
I mean, it was amazing. You could buy the whole CD set. Now people are putting them on the big vinyls, importing all the soundtracks on a vinyl and giving that Vice City feel. And even though I did like 4 because it's also a little rugged. I like San Andreas, open world. Yeah. I like San Andreas. I like it.
The open mayhem, the giant world where it felt
changing your character, working out, getting bigger.
They went in a weird, dark, like real New York, and everything felt heavy. The driving felt like sluggish,
clunky and heavy.
Clunky,
well, you were also driving those older cars. They were weighted.
It had a different feel, which clearly they didn't stick with. So obviously they didn't love it. Though, I truly hope the one mechanic that I loved from GTA 5 is the zoom in, zoom out mechanic. Yes. That whole thing of being able to drop in, drop out of a character. I truly hope somebody adopts that, or at least they bring that back in some capacity, because that feature was pretty cool.
Yeah. I drove around in that game so much I could probably drive in California for real. And I've seen people do it, because I've drove without even having to look at the map, know how to get to almost. I mean, you put that many hours in. Sometimes I would get on, I'd be bored, and I would just get on and just do the big loop, listen to music, and just drive that in first person. Sit back and just zone out and just drive the loop in that. So it's an experience.
Nice. Anything else in gaming stuff that you're excited for? I heard that a game that I abandoned a very, very long time ago, No Man's Lie.
No Man's Tears is another man's cry.
No Man's Tears is coming out.
Another man's cry, man. Yeah. I've played it.
Still playing that game.
I still played it. I've gone back multiple times, and honestly, it's getting better. Looking, gameplay, everything keeps doing this. And I'm honestly surprised that a company is consistently updating and upgrading their game pretty much free. And these are not small little, just made a little tweak here, a little tweak there. Like this does major changes, major graphical improvements, major world improvements, quality of life improvements, more story. The new one now is Voyager, which you gotta check out. If you haven't seen the trailer, you'll see it. It doesn't even look like the same game. I'm hoping it becomes more like Star Citizen, that MMO that we've been waiting 12 years for, that had a $500 million budget. I think that's what it's called, Star Citizen. It's like you were buying a real ship in game for like 10 grand.
The game,
but it was like a super yacht. It's still going.
Millions of dollars of backers, and still hasn't been released.
Yep, it's still going. I've watched a bunch of streams on people playing it. It looks interesting, but I'm like, if No Man's Sky can keep going that direction, make more action, make more shooting, make more of other stuff to do besides just running around mining. For me, the mining, I It just gets redundant. All this, even though they have like the free reign mode, but you kind of want to find your own ships organically. You want to kind of do some things organically, repairing, building, stuff like that. That's great, but I need more world stuff. Now, from what I've seen with the carriers and the ships and the exploration, now you can go to different orbits and just jump out of your ship in the middle of space. And the feeling of space still in this game is amazing. They fixed so many things, the way you fly in, you zoom in and out of planets. There's a realistic feel when you call your carriers in. It's just, you need more stuff. I want to be able to call my carriers in, watch, because I'm fighting another fleet, and watch them go at each other. It's like Star Wars, or do bombardments like Helldivers in No Man's Sky, right? If you guys are listening, give us some more action. Make an action-oriented No Man's Sky like that. Because you have everything else built to be able to do that. But if you want, we can bring up the trailer and give it a watch and see what you think.
I have not played No Man's Sky in a very long time. I was there on day one. And honestly, truthfully, no other game gave me that sense of sensation of being on a planet and taking off for that very first time. Unfortunately, I have played that intro. I couldn't a dozen times. Having to rebuild that ship and take off, they need to delete that intro and just mainline that, because that is absurd to keep doing. But the game lost me. Let's check out this trailer and then we'll talk through it. Let's go.
Telling you, man.
This is for
it's
all right. You're still running on the same spaceships.
Yes. You do it, but the worlds have changed. The graphics, even, this doesn't really show when it's actually on your screen. Like, it's nice.
I get it. Oh, that's cool.
It's starting to, the amount of ships, and now customizable ships. You could build your own style ship. It's, it's getting there. I think, a company who hasn't stopped.
They reach farther.
All right, you can get out of your ships in space?
Yes. This is new now, yes.
While others sleep.
Okay, you couldn't do that.
I mean, I've put almost 400 hours already into No Man's Sky, so yeah.
Whoa!
Being able to jump out from orbit. Yep.
All right.
Now you can invade jump onto other ships like that. And I said the amount of customization now is really crazy.
Is everything stupid expensive still, where you can't afford anything?
It's honestly not as bad, and if you want, you do free mode where everything is free and you can build and have unlimited resources and money and just enjoy the game more. And I do that from time to time. I don't always like to have to. I have a main character with the main world because I've put so much time into it. Which, if you jumped in with a new character, it's very easy to start. It really is now. They kind of direct you in the direction. You can now go inside your physical ship. Like, the game is changing and it's forever evolving. And this is one of so many patches.
I don't want to. Okay, but all this stuff looks cool. But what
this is still mining. Yes, that's the problem.
The between stuff, all this stuff looks great. Don't know. But what do you do? Tell me what goes on.
Mostly exploration and mining and building. And there's some fighting now. You have more things to fight. These weird robots on planets. You have more star battles with cruisers. You can actually go and raid ships, and there's a pirate area where more pirates are. So they're trying to make it more action-oriented. This is the most action we've seen in No Man's Sky in terms of what they were able to do. But see, I'm the same way. I stopped playing for 6 months out of the time because I get bored out of it too, and I need more of an action, which is what I was saying. I need more of Battlefront style, galactic conquest kind of thing.
We have friends who are really obsessed with this game, and I've joined them, and I've seen cool bases, and I've seen really crazy planets, and I hang around for a little bit, and I'm like, all right, but what do you do? What actually is the meat and bones, the meat and potatoes of the game? Tell me.
It's exploration. You got to make it fun. It's like playing a game where it's here's this open sandbox, and you got to
make it fun.
Yes, you have to go on exploring. You have to find the treasures and the pirate ships. There is now a more story that's kind of pushing you in directions, but you are still an explorer out in the middle of nowhere trying to
I like that.
Survive. Yes. Now there's survival aspect of it. They make it more harder where you have to be, it's more of an intense, or the sandbox. Get any ship, any upgrade. Just run around being an ultimate pirate, get a bunch of cruisers and carriers. you know, stuff like that. But when you build it from the bottom up, you feel nice. Oh, I just found this rare ship or rare cruiser. I found a beacon on this planet that took me to a place that maybe nobody has ever found. And then you post like, hey, look at this rare ship. And then you do have, there's subreddits where people finding all kinds of bases and ships. But yeah, you have to kind of, it needs more. Like I said, it needs a Star Citizen feel. It needs more world in terms of action, at least for action-y people. It's not going to be like, bring it, bang, Gears of War, boom, boom, you know, nothing like that. There's no Helldivers bombardments, right? There's none of that, you know. So if they could combine a lot of these other games into that, the whole thing of being able to go in ships and your own ship and do that, to me, is the potential is there. And he's still upgrading. Maybe this game is how old?
So this is the conversation and argument that maybe we might have, is the difference between a story-driven experience and a multiplayer experience. Now, just because a game you don't fight each other doesn't imply it's not a multiplayer game. Would you consider No Man's Sky now, especially, remember in the beginning, you couldn't even find another player in the universe.
Was no other players.
But now it's very heavily relying on other people for fun.
You have entire centers.
It's a multiplayer game.
You can gather together and go out and do missions together out of the main central hub and stuff like that.
This adds to the argument, you know, has games lost that magic touch of story? I truly remember games from my past games that you and me both love. Games like Soul Reaver, when you load in that game and that disc went into that PlayStation for the first time, and that intro starts, that intro captivates you, that story pulls you in. And you know, in hindsight, you look back, there's been a remake of the game.
It's a hard game to play.
There's been a remake
as a platformer action game.
Maybe the remake might be worth us playing because. You know, it's still the original game. It's still going to have that old PlayStation clunk. But that intro, do you remember the intro?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God, sir.
Soul Reaver had one of the greatest intros. And it's the actors. It's the voice actors. It's the dialogue. It was so complex for its time, and being a young person, it was kind of like, what
if you've never seen this, if you've never seen the Soul Reaver PlayStation... Spoiler on an intro. So it's the intro to the game. The PlayStation 1, if I'm not mistaken?
They remade the intro for PlayStation 2 as well, but it's PlayStation. The original game is PlayStation 1. Soul Reaver 2 is PlayStation 2.
This trailer is from the remake.
Okay, excellent. It'll be a little bit better quality here.
Let's give it a shot. The music, the dialogue.
The clans tell tales of him.
The clans
know the truth. He was
Raziel.
once. As were we all. However, his contempt for humanity.
Cain! Yeah, that's Cain, baby. And then the man himself.
I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants.
And then listen.
That
underneath, if this soundtrack is bar none, not even a soundtrack. It's a.
You used to have the figures, right? I used to remember.
I still have them.
I
got them in the closet somewhere.
He became less human and more.
Oh, he
divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge.
Oh, the jealousy. He saw it. He was jealous. There you evolve. How dare you?
Until I have the honor of surpassing power.
Oh, man.
Such amazing. Everything. The presentation, the score, the dialogue, precious dialogue. As a writer,
if you never played the first game, you have no idea what's going on here. If you've never played Blood Omen for PlayStation when it first launched,
I never did.
One of the original games.
Yep. This was my introduction. I never played Blood Omen.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward.
Oh, agony. Ooh, man. Come on. And now this description of what happens when he gets cast into this abyss is probably one of the greatest descriptions of pain and suffering. You know?
Only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation.
Damnation.
The ultimate sacrifice. Oh, Raziel.
Traitors and weaklings. Burn forever.
Cast him in.
cast him in.
Ah. Love and hate for Kane. Oh man, here it comes. So good.
Well, what happens to the bottom jaw? They should have seen like. They should have watched something like.
Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist.
Oh, beautiful.
This torture and a deepening hatred.
And you're a kid. I'm what?
Oh,
I'm
man.
15, 16 years old?
Maybe, no, younger than that.
Oh, gosh.
Younger than that.
An eternity passed.
An eternity passed.
Bringing me back from
Keep in mind, this is from the remake.
The descent had destroyed me.
But
Yet
yet I lived.
I lived.
Ah.
Kane. Then you get to see the one. Oh, Raziel. It's like the Leviathan right down there, man.
Amazing. What happened? What happened to games? What happened to games, man? The power of games. The power of story in games. But see, this is what captivates me, is good story in games. I like the whole idea of multiplayer, cool, playing with your friends. I love all that stuff. But truly immersive storytelling is what just absolutely captivates me. That is just...
That's like
some of the older games had great stories that are almost forgotten about now.
Well, because I feel like you kind of had KOTOR. If I was like KOTOR, the original Knights of the Republic, that game was incredible. Bastila, the whole story dynamic, Revan,
whole story.
Oh, dude, that's
spoiler just in case, because we don't know.
Yeah,
it might slip. It's an old game at this point, but that whole Revan twist. That whole idea of not even knowing who you are the entire time you're playing a game.
Dude,
and every game kind of starts out like that. Like, oh, you forgot your past. You're just this bumbling soldier on a spaceship. You know, here's a blaster. Here's this weird sword for some weird reason why people have swords.
Yes.
Swords anywhere. But great game, great experience. The sequel, I know everyone says it's a hidden gem and a lot of that. It was rushed. There was a rush job game. I know that there's a lot of mods out there to make full experience game. See, this is another question. Like, if a game needs to be modded out, like so, there's a game coming out soon that I want to be excited for, but I am not, which is Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I want to be excited for it, but it's been in turmoil, and the original game needs to be modded to all high hell just to be playable. Every time it pops, it's still on my Steam wish list, and every time it pops up on sale for $10. And it never goes lower than $10. But every time it pops up, I'm like, I want to buy it, but I don't want to go through the trouble of modding it and all that. But it was a great game. I remember playing that at your house. That was a great game.
That had a great vibe, great feel. It used the Source engine. Don't think it should have waited. It needed more time to build the game, momentum. You were also competing with other big games at the time, other Source games that Valve was pushing their own. Again, Half-Life 2, they started with the expansions, Counter-Strike Source. They were pushing a lot of their Source products out there, right?
You played a lot of Counter-Strike, right?
Oh, duns, dude. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of Counter-Strike Source. Counter-Strike Source, when it came out, I used to play religiously. I stopped after Source. After it got to a point, I kind of, I grew out of that trend of games. But then, that's like, everything else. I was into shooters a lot. Battlefield 1942, the original Call of Duty. Like, we're talking the World War II ones, not like...
Awesome.
Yeah. The first few were great.
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 3 up until a certain point was great. When the guy comes out of the plane, shoots the guy, spoiler alert, shoots the guy in the head, and you have to get burned alive, and you see all that perspective, and no Russian, those were amazing things, even for a shooter to be able to immerse you into the world. Now we'll see what happens, because like I said, there's something to be told for those kind of games that you said, the single player versus the multiplayer, right? Like, if you World of Warcraft, let's just say, or Guild Wars 2 or even Guild Wars 1, had a story and a push towards something.
Yes.
World of Warcraft is still running till this day, and there's probably over 1 million active players, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you ever play WoW?
I did play up until the Burning Crusade, and then I stopped. But that was not the first MMO. Was Star Wars Galaxies.
I remember those days.
If you remember Star Wars Galaxies, to me was a great MMO. Because it was an open world. You had to build your own villages. You had to create your own weapons and resources. You didn't have a good experience because you played with certain people. But
no,
that
I had
game,
a great experience. I had a great
has...
experience the second time I loaded in. So the first time I loaded in,
I know.
Because of a great friend of ours, I love this guy, but he made me play as a specific race that would just got endlessly tormentedly made fun of. The little Bothans. Remember the Bothans? This is another weird thing about the Star Wars movies. Remember how they said a lot of Bothans died in the search of these plans when they were doing the whole Death Star thing?
We never see
Rogue One, you never see these little tiny wolfmen. But yeah, the first time I played it, I picked the wrong character. I loaded in as an Imperial. I walked into the wrong part of town and it was not fun. Yeah.
Rebels versus Imperial, man. I mean, that's...
But the second time when I recreated my character as a human, I loaded in and I came across a lot of cool people back then, man. A lot of cool people you introduced me to. Out of no
Doom Clan.
We had to traverse, vast distances. I had no mounts. So like, here you go. Here's a speeder. Here's a
community, baby.
There you go. And it was a great community, great atmospheres. There were some things I don't dig. Like there was one point I came in, and you're like, oh, it was like a royal.
They were role players.
You're like, this is the queen, man. You got.
They're role players. You have to.
Don't mess around. This is serious. And I'm like, come on.
It's role playing because if you're gonna play these kind of games, there's nothing to create a story and characters. You are the story. You are the character. Right. You don't want if you're gonna. You be the character. You want to be Revan? Be the Revan. You want to be the Bastila? Be the Bastila. You want to be the Shepherd? Be the Shepherd. But you have to create.
You want to be a dancer? There's a.
You have to create a mystique. Yeah, and honestly, it was mostly older people playing because you had the monthly fee. These are people who played Ultima Online, who played a lot of games that were monthly fees. It was hard for us kids to get money to do a game for monthly. My parents didn't understand, like, you want to what? You want to play a game and it costs how much a month? What? I bought you the game already.
Do you remember?
$20? $30?
$20 a month. We bitch about Netflix subscription.
Maybe more. I honestly, I don't remember. Maybe more.
It's a good thing to look up. Yeah, I'll check that out. It's funny.
What was the original monthly fee for? And it was a Sony Online Entertainments. That was it. SOE. Good times, old times, man.
Good times and old times, my friend. Yep. Speaking of good times and old times, I had found this clip of a deleted scene of a movie that we watched as a kid. I don't know if you've seen this or not. I want to play you this deleted scene and tell me what you think. It is from a 1994 classic starring none other than Jim Carrey. And it is called The Mask.
Yeah.
And there is a deleted scene that I recently came across that I want you to see. It takes place towards the end of the movie where the bad guy gets his hands on said mask. Okay.
Oh, yes. Forgot his name. It was something. God, I don't remember his name.
All right,
we'll see if
ready?
they say his name there.
All right, you let me know. You let me know if you've seen this and what you think.
I'm ready, man. Okay, I remember when you got this part happen. You got sucked in.
Funny movie, great movie, classic Jim Carrey. The comic book way darker than the movie. The source material is actually really dark.
Way to go, Big!
Ipkiss.
Hey!
Stanley Ipkiss.
Stanley Ipkiss. Yo, Pops.
You okay?
Never better, you idiot.
If you don't mind, I think I'll just let you guys work this out amongst yourselves.
I was gonna say, I think this is he Whacker or no?
Back
Probably
off,
Wax.
freakazoid.
Nah.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Peggy's got some bite.
Oh.
Look at that. Superman crushes that gun. Make her a star.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah, they kind of glad they left that out. I don't remember that. But I remember seeing this scene and then, like, what, the blood comes out on the paper?
No blood, but her face is all, like
reporter
killed in freak accident. Oh, that's hysterical. Changes the whole tone of the movie.
Yeah, a little bit right there, especially towards the end right there, because he's the villain, but he's not like, oh, take it or chuck her.
There's a scene where I believe the mask shoves tailpipes up somebody else's tailpipe.
Yes, but you got to see them. Yeah, they're bent over. Stuff. They're coming out with the tailpipes up their rear end.
The source material of the mask, if you've never seen it, do yourself a favor. Go look up some YouTube videos of the source material. It's dark. And the Stanley Ipkiss character is only one of the
he's the mask of Loki. It's the god of mischief.
Right. I don't know if that's in the comics. I gotta recheck that out. But Stanley is only one of many people in the comics who wears the mask. I believe he dies, actually, very early on in the comics. Wow. He's only in like an issue or two.
Poor Stanley Ipkiss.
Poor Stanley Ipkiss. Great movie, though.
Poor guy. And then 10 years later, went to go see Metallica in 2004. Yeah, 2004. It's my first time going to see them live.
On that, like with that shirt on?
This is the actual Saint Anger tour shirt from.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 1990. 2000. Metallica.
Yeah. New blood choice, yeah.
I've collected since then probably every concert shirt I've ever been to.
I got a couple.
Back 2004, 2003. I think that was one of my first real concerts was seeing Metallica because they redid the Saint Anger, which they only played 2 songs from there, which was great. Which was
only
Frantic.
2 songs?
Only 2 songs on that tour, which was awesome because they played Frantic and Saint Anger. That's it. Everything else was the classics. So let's say they did like a 12-song set list or 10-song set list. I think it was 10 and then 2 encores. It was mostly the classics.
I would imagine it being more than that.
No, not that I know. No, it was
2 hours. I would imagine it had to be like 20 songs. No,
not 20 songs. Because they had intermediate time, and Lars was still young. 2004, Lars was able to do a solo while everybody went to go get water. Didn't get to see Newstead. This was as soon as Newstead left, we wound up getting the new guy. So then. But we were close, man. I
like garbage.
I have those pictures, and I will find them because they're in my house in over there. But I have the Polaroids. We took a Polaroid camera, we snuck it in, we smuggled it in, and took a whole bunch of pictures. You got Kirk with the zombie guitar, with the Frankenstein guitar coming like right up on us. A bunch of cool stuff.
Close to the Polaroid.
We got that close. It was them, maybe 2 people behind or 1 person behind, and you see one. We took a picture, bro. That security guard is like grilling us. We wound up trying to hide behind. Got caught up in a pit. We went with my uncles.
Awesome.
Oh, it was amazing. I'll show you the Polaroids. I'll get the Polaroids, man. I'll show you guys if you're interested.
We'll post them up. People can see them. We'll throw them up.
2004 Metallica. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. New blood choices, yeah. What bothers me is that you hear him on the records. I love James Hetfield. He's one of my favorite singers and favorite players. But he loses something live that I will never understand. This deep, raspy voice turns into this operatic.
I think that happened the older he got. I think that happened the older.
I get you don't want to tear your throat live. I get it. You don't want to rip out your throat. I'm not trying to be heartless, but you lose a certain level of the sound.
Yeah.
Go back and rewatch like that.
Cigarettes and whiskey. Yeah, that's what you need, bro. He doesn't have his cigarettes and whiskey.
It was his sound.
Alcoholica, man. But think about this. You know what's funny? In 1994... The Shadow.
The same year?
1994's The Shadow.
That was the same year.
Same year, buddy.
The Shadow. Alec Baldwin.
The Shadow knows.
The Shadow knows.
I love that movie. I'll say that movie. That movie's awesome.
What's the bad guy?
Khan, like a Genghis Khan character.
He whispers to the cab driver. He's like, "You need fuel," and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm out of gas," and he drives up. He's like, "This must be my lucky day."
Bro, the intro is the guy tells the guy, "Put the gun against your temple," and pull the trigger, and he winds up pulling the gun against his temple and like shoots himself in the head. The whole Khan character was great. The whole dynamic of those characters are You know, Alec Baldwin.
You know what? He had the coolest alter ego though. Like when he was going out to the restaurants and when his banter with
the
Khan
Shadow
in that Chinese food restaurant,
and he had that laugh.
Yeah,
he would mess with you, man. He would mess with you. It wasn't like a nice.
So this is a throwback trailer. I don't know how well this. Let's see. So this is a trailer from 1994's The Shadow. You ready for this?
In a world gone mad, the Shadow is there. I wonder if it's gonna sound like that. Because sometimes those trailers.
Yeah, that's guy. Remember Tim Curry is the bad guy, one of the bad guys.
Yes.
Oh, it was such a fun movie.
Oh, he was so good. Why they never made a sequel? No idea. It was such a good movie.
Wow.
Had a nice noir feel to it.
Alec Baldwin is pretty unhireable at this point. Let's hear it. Lamont Cranston.
Oh yes.
Remember in the bathtub where he's peeling his own face off and just
It was dude.
Great scenes in this movie.
But some part of it is still there.
With guns.
Margot Lane.
There was this man out there just waiting for me.
Margot was Police
investigation of murder. Agent advises him.
It's
it had everything. It had the
barbarian with Bova. Inside you beats a heart of darkness.
dagger. Remember the dagger?
Yes. Yes. Oh, look who it is! I forgot. What's his name? Gandalf.
Ian McKellen, man. Sir Ian McKellen.
I know who you really are. Alec Baldwin. You want to see into my eyes?
I'm not afraid of you.
Dude.
John Lone.
Find him and kill him.
Yeah. Great cast. Great cast. Great cast. Great. Just overall good movie, man.
Shadow knows.
Honestly, this is not a bad trailer.
Not a bad trailer
for 1994.
The Shadow knows.
Yeah. Damn.
Dude, that was a great movie. I love that.
That's a rewatch. I'm gonna look to see what
I'm gonna rewatch that.
If the wife has seen it, I'm gonna be like, hey, if you haven't seen The Shadows, Alec Baldwin, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it this weekend.
Noir feel, 19.
Everything. I love the Tommy gun gangster. Yeah,
ring that blinks and vibrates. That whole radio-esque, kind of futuristic, but old-timey feel stuff, gadgetries and all that. I love that. And the way his nose his
whole face would morph.
Changes. Yes, his nose gets bigger, his face changes.
So
I like that.
You can't tell who he is.
Well, he didn't even have to change his face because technically he can just go right into your mind and make you.
That's true.
That was the whole thing about the Shadow. I don't think people realize is that he wasn't a shadow against the wall. He would delete himself from your mind. It was a whole different thing. Although there was that one great scene where they do pin him up as a shadow against the wall, and he's like,
"Oh yes,
out of the wall." It's got great moments. It's got great
moments. I know.
There were so many unsung movies from back then, like decent superhero movies. Like everyone talks about Blade. Blade was a good one. That was one of the first.
Well, that was like a Marvel movie. That was like a real Marvel movie.
Do you remember this is a cutthroat? This is a deep one. Do you remember Billy Zane in The Phantom? That purple jumpsuit,
and you have to find the coins or the things to put together. The skulls. There we go.
3 skulls.
The 3 skulls.
Oh,
yes. But did he have a necklace or something that protected him or something?
He had a ring.
A ring,
which was the 4th skull. I can't believe
1996. Jeez Louise.
Goodness. In hindsight, I don't know how well this is gonna hold up.
I don't think you're going to try to compare it now to The Shadow. After watching The Shadow, let's see. Shadow's a little bit more of a better sell than The Phantom, but it wasn't a bad movie. I remember when I watched it. So let's see.
Just take a look around. Darkness.
See the same kind of see?
Yeah.
It's in a time frame.
Yes.
Chaos.
Yeah.
There is
oh, that was what's her name? Catherine Jones.
We shall succeed where they have failed.
Drax is on a quest for
There's Tony's Daddy Stark looking guy. Looks like a Tony Stark dad.
And courage should stop them. The only one who can.
But this was cool because there was always another one, right?
Costumes suck. You can't say shit. The costume is atrocious.
Purple's not the most. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do a darker color.
Purple in the jungle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think he wanted you to always remember. Like, imagine you got your ass kicked by a guy in a purple suit.
By Barney, bro.
You're gonna remember that. You're gonna turn on like, dude, this guy called himself the Phantom, and he just beat the heck out of me and all my friends. And we shot him. He died, and he came back.
If Shadow knows, Phantom's guessing, bro, because I don't know what the fuck that was.
No, the Shadow trailer was better. That was a tough one, man.
Oh.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Feel bad for poor Billy Zane. He was trying. Billy was trying, man. Billy Zane was the thing at a time, and he was
trying. The boy was trying. So Shadow was 94.
Yeah.
That was 96. Do you remember The Rocketeer?
Yes, I do. Oh God, I watched that one time. I did not like that as a kid.
You didn't like The Rocketeer?
Not as a kid. Not really young. What was that? That was earlier 90s than Shadow.
91.
91.
91's The Rocketeer.
Okay, I'll just to throw it out there. I'm born in 85.
86.
So, yeah. So, honestly, by that time, that movie, I watched it, and I thought it looked cool. The cover looked cool. I remember renting it. Dad, I want to rent this. I watched a few moments in, and as a kid, I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to go play with toys.
Bad movie.
I'm going to go play with my Nintendo game that I got, you know?
It's a good bad movie. It's got, it's got like a rip-off of Jaws from 007. You know, the character, the metal in his mouth, that big guy. I don't know if they straight up ripped him off or if that is supposed to be the same character.
It's like a bootleg Iron Man.
All right, hang on. So 1991.
Rocketeer. We're going back.
Right
now. The only one that holds water is the Shadow.
You don't remember? So you never saw this fully?
I watched. I think I never rewatched it. I would. I don't think so, man. It's a hard movie to get through.
To some, it was the fulfillment of a dream.
Rocket Man.
It was an instrument of destruction. A creation that could change the course of history.
It was stolen from my factory.
Yeah, see? Another movie. The 90s love...
Isn't that the same guy?
No.
It looks like the same bad guy.
Oh!
A rocket?
It's Al Capone!
What's the matter?
I don't know. Something under the seat. Oh, my. What do we got here? What are you supposed to do? Is a bomb or something? No. I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Endless fuel. This thing never ran out of gas. Like, it was just
Like a hood ornament.
I have no idea. I don't remember him ever fueling up when I watched it. Like, what is going on here? He's Ultraman. He's Ultimate Man. He's the Rocket Man.
That's funny.
What in the cheap Tony Stark is going on here? What is going on here? What is he looks like a Billy Zane. What is going on? Holy shit. What is going on here?
Amazing. Right. It's Americana at its best.
Jenny's in trouble.
Jenny's in trouble, bro.
We're only equipped with these.
Oh my god. Oh, of course, yes. We're gonna use the same Zeppelin from Indiana Jones.
Shoot him!
The
rocket will come to us. I love her, Peeve.
Dude, I'm telling you, this must have been the guy who looked a lot like Billy Zane, man. What's going on here? This trailer is too long. You're not gonna sell me on this movie. You're just showing me the. There we go. It's over. It's over. It's over. No. June 21st. I wouldn't go see it then either.
Oh, they tried, bro. They pulled really hard with that music and everything. They tried.
Oh god.
They were pulling hard, bro.
Oh my god.
There.
What were they thinking? To be honest with you, what were they thinking?
That one didn't work out too well. I guess not.
No.
But the Rocket.
That's a brutal one. I don't. Man, Rocketeer out of all movies, I wouldn't pay somebody to watch that.
Oh, I might have to pay you to watch it, and we'll get a Dre's reaction to the Rocketeer.
30-something plus years later, rewatching the movie, I'm gonna be like the guy. I'll have to hold my eyes open. What was that orange movie? What's it called?
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. You'll have to hold me watching the Rocketeer putting the drop. Oh God, it's the Rocketeer. I'll watch the Phantom before I watch the Rocketeer. I just feel like they were all three the same movie to some extent. The same timelines, same dudes. What just happened there, man? What in the parallel universe is going on?
You know what? Okay, but you know what the best one of all was, though? Let me see what year it was.
Oh, no.
Hang on. Let me see what year. 1 second. Because it's the same, see kind of feel. You know where I'm going with this, but this one,
no.
1990. This one started it all. But this, come on, you know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't. Al Pacino,
Beatty, Madonna. You don't know where I'm going with this yet?
No.
Oh, goodness.
I'm trying to think.
He doesn't even know where this is going.
It's a superhero like movie like these. Oh, Dick Tracy, but no, Dick Tracy, you can't. Dick Tracy is that's a great movie. That's a great movie. No, that's not. That's colors, the look, the feel. You understand? It's It's also a comedy comic book.
What? Disney Pictures? This is a Disney movie?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh,
Dick Tracy's good. Dick Tracy.
The colors. This was the first time, like,
really poppy colors
are like similar. Like that whole idea of bringing you into a world like that. The only other movie that did it like this.
By the way, the Nintendo version of this game sucked.
Yes, it did.
I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd play this. It was. I remember that. It was awful. I owned it.
I
Me
had
too.
it. And I remember even as a kid going, "What the hell is? I don't know what to do." I would walk in the buildings, get shot. Drive down the street, get shot.
Whose side are you?
Side I'm always
Oh, what a great movie! Breathless Mahoney.
Yeah.
This man.
Mumbles. Lips and mumbles.
Go get it. Oh, lip manless.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
But see, look at the technology. Talking to
is all I wanted.
There you go.
Why I got this was because of that. This is the reason. This is the only reason that I feel like this is cool is because of that man. Tracy.
If you haven't seen this movie, anybody, this is a watch as well. Okay, this is a watch.
This is a watch.
This is definitely out of all those style movies, this is the most. Yeah, see.
The music.
Beautiful.
The music is fantastic.
Yes.
Danny
Yes.
Elfman. Danny Elfman did the score.
There we go.
Oh, what a movie.
What a time to be alive. The
That's my favorite out of the bunch.
90s remembers.
That would be my absolute favorite out of the bunch. Let me tell you.
Ooh, versus the Shadow. I mean, yeah, I can see that. It's funnier. It's more action. It's more alive. The world feels better.
Over the Shadow.
That's a tough one. So maybe go Shadow. We go Dick Tracy, then Shadow, and then the other two we just don't even pretend to do.
Oh, Phantom!
Put Phantom. Phantom's like a hard 10.
Just off 3. Yeah, as opposed to the Rocketeer, you want to put them in?
No, Rocketeer is not even in this realms of the universe. It's like the E.T. game should be buried out in the desert. Okay. Should be just buried out in the complete nowhere land of oblivion. I don't know. Maybe there's probably people who like it that's going to defend it and be like, dude, it's a great movie. You just don't understand it. And that's a possibility. I will say, if you like that movie, hey, more power to you. But me at the time, I could not watch it. Maybe not even watching that trailer would be a hard.
Poor man's Tony Stark.
That's a poor man's Tony Stark, man. Like, I don't know.
That's the comment that wins the day. That week's the at week. That wins
that's
the
it.
at week 10 comments was that.
Comment of the day. Poor man's Tony Stark is the Rocketeer.
I got a little funny little anecdote to add to everything. So I was getting ready for today, right? And I'm, getting all my jazzed up, getting ready for the podcast, getting ready to sit down with my buddy, do my at week's end thing, right? And I'm walking by, and I got my my Punisher shirt on.
Sure.
My Frank Castle going, and I walk past my girlfriend. Marissa looks at me and goes, "Oh, Sid from Toy Story," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Your shirt, you wear, looks like Sid from Toy Story." And at first, I wanted to be like, "What are you talking about? Like, you're out of your mind." And then I thought about it. I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yep.
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 Kind of.
Honestly, if you've never seen The Punisher, you're gonna know Sid from Toy Story. People remember that torturous little kid who tortured those poor toys into a literal oblivion.
So how much?
But that shirt. That's a tough one.
How much therapy did that kid need after, fucking Woody spun his head around and he had to look down?
That kid probably became a serial.
Falling out of the mud. That's basically a horror movie scene right there. You can cut that ending.
He's probably in a room just like the toys came alive. Toys came alive. They're giving the poor kid needles. He's like, oh God, that would be awful as a child. That's it. Your brain would just.
So imagine there's a movie out there where Sid becomes a superhero trying to save children from their toys. He goes in the middle of the night snapping toys in half like, you don't know, I'm trying to save you.
I'll take him down. He's like, you don't know. It's kind of like Sarah Connor with Terminator. She's trying to warn everybody about Skynet and the machines. He's trying to warn everybody about toys. And then in the future, they make that, what was that Toy Soldier movie where the toys come alive and it's like, hello. What was that?
That's a versus, because if you want to take Conan against Terminator 2 as the greatest Arnold movie, I want to.
Still, it's Conan. It's not even a fair trade. That's not even a fair trade.
We're gonna round this out towards the end of our podcast. We're gonna set up for this for next week. We're gonna do our first verses, and we're going to do that. Okay, we're gonna do the best Arnold movie, and you're taking Conan,
the Barbarian, the original
Arnold, Barbarian,
and Conan Barbarian above everything else.
So I'm not gonna drag
best Arnold movie.
We're gonna do movie to movie. We're both gonna watch them individually throughout the next week. I'm gonna watch both movies. Please watch both movies again.
Yes.
I'm just not gonna have any trouble watching both. Right? It's gonna be a pleasure. And
I recently watched Terminator 2 again because the wife likes it.
I mean, I don't even know how this is even going to be an argument from you.
No,
it's everybody down below already.
It's
who you voting
Crumb.
for? And the
Listen, if you are for Conan, just put Crumb.
Greatest
Crumb.
action movie. Just put T2. Put T2 in the comments, and we're going to get going next week. We're going to get our first CJ and J versus. See, I'm already stuttering because I'm so excited. Our first CJ and J versus. So we're going to get that going next week for the first time.
Come on, you can.
Arnold's always been an inspiration to both of us our whole lives.
And he's my hero, man.
If there's an argument of a better action movie star, I don't know. I may present somebody just to have a fun argument, but truly, I don't know if there's a greater action star. Maybe we'll even do a bracket, a little bit of like a March Madness kind of bracket.
It's a tough one. What are you going to have? Stallone?
Yeah.
Van Damme?
Van Damme is in a lot.
Steven Seagal? And then it's Arnie, baby. Like, it's just... It was the only two that could really compete is Stallone.
You got the Stathams of the world now. Jason Statham is a bona fide badass action star.
Arnold, come on, there's no.
I said that I can't think of anybody.
The greatest of all time, baby. We're
gonna do that next week. We're gonna do Conan the Barbarian versus Terminator 2. So get ready for that. This has been a fantastic episode. I have an absolute blast with my buddy here. I appreciate for everybody joining us. I want this to feel like we're just all hanging out at the end of the week, letting your hair down. Not me, but Dre over there.
Today's in a ponytail, but
yes. And come relax with us. And I appreciate everyone who's watching and everyone who's giving us a chance. I'm going to pitch it over you. Do your outro. Let everybody know, Dre, where they could find you, where they could watch you. Because I'm excited to see your Helldiver stuff. I'm excited to see the streaming.
Everything goes good. Let's hope, family, wife, and everything. It's a long weekend, but I'm going to try. But
Life of a Dad Gamer. I'm pitching it over to you now. Tell everybody where they can find you.
guys, come on over, check me out. My main channel is going to be on Twitch down there at Top GG Gaming TV. Please drop a like, drop a follow on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Kick, Rumble. So drop me a like, drop me a follow, guys, on Top GG Gaming, and I work on the Eastern time, so hopefully Saturday, if not Sunday, or maybe even Monday for the Liberty Day, we'll do a little streaming. And but that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate y'all. My name is C.J. Amato. I'm a dark fantasy author. My book, Dig My Grave, the first book in the Hymns of the Lighthouse series, is available on Amazon, Kindle, audiobook, paperback, hardcover. It's available on Kindle Unlimited if you're a member of that platform. It's a fantastic book. I really would hope you give it a shot. The audiobook, we have some new surprises coming for the audiobook right around the corner. Can't say anything much more about that right now, but stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. Let me get my buddy Dre back in here so we can say goodbye to y'all. All righty.
Yeah.
Well, I had a blast. I hope you had a blast.
Dude, it's always a blast. I'm enjoying this, man. This is rocking it out. I'm loving it.
Let's keep
Hope
that
everybody
momentum
else.
going. Go check out our first episode of At Week's End already up on YouTube and Rumble. Go check out Paisans Eating Pizza at the Parlor with wonderful Patricias of Hicksville. They were a fantastic boys to sit down with. Grandpa Tony was a character. Sal was fantastic. It was amazing, and I can't wait to get back there. And please go check out our very first Gamers Geeking Over Games with our amazing guest, Archon Blackfeather. I've been watching his shorts on TikTok. I can't wait to catch him live. What a cool guy. What a great episode. Can't wait to get diving back into Helldivers with my buddy. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for joining us again today, and we will see you again next week at Week's End. Peace, Dre.
Peace, buddy.
Dre and CJ have done their duty. We may never know who these stalwart heroes really are. All we know is that when we need them most, they'll be back before too long at Week's End.